What's to the YouTube, man? It's your boy LucaBlack. We back at it again, dog, with a new anime this time that I've never covered on this channel. You dig? I hit that like button, all that good shit, man. Suppose a kid from the Last Dungeon Boonies moved to the starter town. What a long ass name. I don't know how I'm gonna title this video. Cause that's a long ass name, alright? Suppose a kid from the Last Town Boonies. What the fuck? I'm gonna say suppose a kid from the Boonies. I don't fucking know. Yo, this is an anime that I haven't covered on my channel, but I have been watching it. You dig? And I've been enjoying it. It's kind of, I don't want to say trash in a bad way. It's trash, but it's not trash. No. I'm fairly entertained by this show. You know, this shit is fun, especially this episode. This episode had me laughing a good couple of times, you know. So yeah, I wish that the story would like do something, but you know, it looks like it's kind of preparing for that. It's gearing up for that story, and I'm all for that. You dig? Let's talk about it, man. We know last episode. By the way, last episode was good. I didn't expect that type of action. I'm like, damn. When Lloyd fought that insect with the whole tree plants or whatever, I was very surprised by the animation. I'm like, yo, for this type of show, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got that. Yeah, this episode, they're traveling to Kunlun, man, and Kunlun is the town that Lloyd comes from. All right, the last dungeon in this world's history, whatever like that. You know, yeah. And everybody there is supposedly just like Lloyd. Monsters. Niggas is all monsters, man. I'm like, damn. So yeah, so they're traveling. You know, it's a lot of small talk, a lot of typical boonies, you know, in this type of show, kind of banter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, and back at the kingdom, they're supposedly having an exhibition match with another kingdom to prove their strength or whatever. I don't know. Anywho, that's not important. But that's what's happening back home. All right, some sort of exhibition match. But yeah, so they make it to the cave, which then will take him to, you know, the place Kunlun, and then we meet this guy, this dwarf. His name is Huge. All right, E-U-G, Huge. I did not know how to pronounce his name. I had to go back and watch the episode. Like, how the fuck you pronounce this? Huge. I guess like Eugene. I guess Huge. Anywho, Huge. He's a dwarf, and he's very similar to Alka, which is the lolly grandma or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, these two are very similar, you know. They both dwarves and shit. I don't know. So he's cool, you know what I'm saying? Nothing weird about him. He actually has beef with the snake. You know, what's his name? Vitra? VR? How the fuck do you pronounce that? Vitra. That's a weird ass word. I'm gonna call him Vitra. That's a lot easier, alright? Remove that R. That first R, remove that shit. How the fuck do I pronounce that? Anywho, Vitra. You know what I'm saying? He kind of got beef with the snake. Anywho, after some nice banter, some nice back and forth, you know, typical Boonies, comedic stuff, they end up going inside, you know, and then, now this is where things get funny. So they see Kunlun. It's like, oh wow, it's pretty average. It's pretty average. Yo, they go deeper inside, dog. It's like Bleach, right? Remember in Bleach where like you meet someone with like immense power and then like you kind of feel like the threat, you know what I'm saying? Like the aura of the threat. That's what happened to everybody here except for Lloyd and Alka, you know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, what the fuck? Everywhere I walk, I feel fucking I feel dangerous intent, you know what I'm saying? I feel malicious intent in this fucking village. What's happening? Yo, this was the funniest part throughout the whole episode, man. They see this family, and the family's like, "Oh, I forgot something upstairs." And then the kid's like, "Oh, you forgot upstairs? All right, I'll get it." This nigga jumped to the second floor. I'm like, "What the fuck?" The kid couldn't find it. The mom was like, "Oh, you can't find it? All right, I'm gonna do it too." Boom, jumped. I'm like, "What the fuck?" Nigga, I was crying. That shit took me off guard, yo. I was crying. How the fuck did it do that shit so smooth with it? I love the way that, you know, these people, and Lloyd included, just do shit so smooth. It's like, it's so nonchalant, you know what I'm saying? This little ass kid just jumped to the second floor with ease, you know? That was probably the funniest moment in this episode. I ain't gonna lie, cause it kind of threw me off guard, you know? And then after that, something else funny happened where this dude 7,000 miles away throws a rock with a paper ball in it, and then the wife was like, oh, you want steak and shrimp or whatever? All right, I'll make it for you, honey. So she wrote that down and threw it back. I'm like, these people are communicating with rocks and paper balls, like throwing it 7 billion years away. You know what I'm saying? Light years. Yeah, this town is definitely not one to fuck with. All right, even the average local villagers will put a hole in your chest with a finger, with their pinky finger. You know what I'm saying? So do not mess with this fucking town. I'm telling you. That gave me a good laugh, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it confirms that, you know, Lloyd is correct. Everybody in this town is strong as fuck. You know, don't fuck with these niggas, you know? I'm like, damn. Yeah. Some guy comes with a giant fish. And what happens? Fuck. Yeah. Philo's like, yo, you must be the one of this fighting style. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot what type of, the ogre fighting style, or pirate the ogre. This guy is pirate the ogre, and he has mastered the fighting style that Philo fights with, you know. Then we kind of find out, which is funny, that fighting style is actually a morning exercise routine, man. It was an aerobic exercise thing. So Philo has been dedicating her entire time to master this fighting technique, this fighting style, and it's some exercise shit. like some, you know, it's kind of funny, man. It's like, what if you mastered, like, I don't know, jumping jacks or some shit, and it turns out that, yo, this jumping jack technique is the deadliest technique in my village, you know what I'm saying, my town. And then you go to this town, niggas is doing it for, you know, for exercise. It's kind of funny, man. Typical boonies, you know what I'm saying. I love this type of comedic stuff. You know, people finding out that they're not really what they think, what they think they are. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of funny. They end up going back. They go to Lloyd's house, right? I think it's Lloyd's house. Yeah. They go to Lloyd's house, but before that, the two travelers there, I'll be forgetting their names, man. But they're part of that military. They're part of the little academy. I forgot their names, man. But they're going there to meet the guy. His guy name is Maltraf or something. What was it called? I forgot the name right here. Metrofan, something like that. Merthrophan. This is the guy who was manipulated. I think this was episode 3 or 4, where this guy was manipulated, and, you know, he was fighting for the king or whatever. You know, the guy with the white hair that turned into an insect, him. They go, they meet him, and, you know, he's been banished to this village, you know, as we already know. But it looks like he's having a good time, man. This man is in his loincloth doing agriculture. He's farming. All right, hella wheat and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So that's banter back and forth. He seems completely content with staying in his village and being a farmer, you know what I'm saying? Which is funny, because he was like a high person in the military, right? Because he was defending the king, you know? I guess he said, fuck it. Hey, I'm perfectly fine in this village. I like my wheat and I like my bread, you know what I'm saying? Literally. So I guess, you know. So Metrofan is happy in this village, you know what I'm saying? Boom. We got that. So far, we've made it to the village. Some comedic moments happen, even with the Metrofan, because the girl was not trying to look at him whatsoever. Like I said, he had on a loincloth, all right? The girl was not trying to see nothing down there, and you know, he's kind of acting nonchalant, like, yeah, you know, what's up, y'all? What's up? This nigga dick is damn near hanging out. Hey, yo, what's up, y'all? Come hug me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Metrofan is completely okay with staying in this village. Boom, we got that. Next up, what happens next? Oh, right. Selen meets Lloyd's family, man. And this is another comedic moment that made me laugh, all right? So she meets the family. She's like, yo, you know, check out these papers or whatever. She doesn't explain it, but she's like, check out these papers or whatever. Boom. And they're like, yo, what the fuck is that? Huh? I see Lloyd's name on this paper. What does that mean, you know? And then all of a sudden, boom, a big ass dragon appear. That's not the funny part, all right? The local kids from the villagers defeat the dragon, fend it off with paper airplanes. My nigga, I shit you not. Paper airplanes. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? This village is crazy, yo. I love this village. Man. I mean, obviously to them, this is normal everyday life. But to us normal niggas, that's crazy. With some paper fucking airplanes, dog. That shit was crazy. So, boom. And yeah, the paper airplanes was exactly what you think. You know what I'm saying? The marriage proposal from Selen, you know what I'm saying? They used her paper, her little marriage papers, to kill the dragon. Well, not kill it, but like harm it. They even got the horn of the dragon. That's insane, man. Some paper fucking airplanes, dog. That's crazy. Like, no amount of strength could also enhance the paper unless they use magic. Cause like, it doesn't matter if you're a bodybuilder, you fucking bench 600. Like, you can't make a paper airplane any stronger, you know? Like, so how the fuck did they do that? I don't know. That shit was funny though. It was very funny. Anywho, boom. After that, the people have a feast, man. It's a nice banquet, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's there. Alka, Philo, Riho, Lloyd's family, everybody's there having fun, and the food looks good until Riho and Philo and everybody else realizes that, yo, this is these are monsters. Like the fucking bell peppers that they were eating was smiling back. It was smiling back and laughing. And then Alka was like, yo, oh shit, they're laughing? That means it's ripe. You know what I'm saying? Started eating it. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't eat food that's sentient, alright? My food needs to be dead. You know, that goes for calamari, you know, whatever, octopus, squids and shit. I can't eat food that moves. I can't. Now, I don't think I ever want to try it. That shit is just creepy to me. I don't know, man. Why should my shit move on a plate on its own? Yes, I understand the science behind it. You know, it's the nerves or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Don't move. You are made to be eaten, my nigga. Yeah. After that feast, Huge and Alka have a kind of a serious talk. Shit, what happened during that serious talk? Actually, I kind of forget. But yeah. They're talking. They're having fun or whatever. By the way, Lloyd and their family was like, "Yo, which one of these girls are you with? You know, which one is it?" And you know, someone who had the recommendations. One of them like the Riho, because Riho is there purely for money. You know what I'm saying? She just trying to find whatever way to get money, whatever like that. And Philo is there to find somebody strong, you know. So yeah, the villagers one of the villagers was impressed with Riho. The other villager was impressed with Philo, and not selling or Alka, obviously. But yeah, well, not obviously, but yeah, you know. Yeah. Huge and Alka have a serious talk about what's happening, and then I don't think nothing significant was said though. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Was anything significant said? Oh yeah, it's talking about humans being on a verge of understanding the rune system and, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's just typical, not reconnaissance. I can't think of the word right now. Typical relay of current information, basically. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a little small talk, but it wasn't that serious. Boom. This next scene where they're ready to go to bed, and like I said, Riho is in good spirits with the villagers, so they gave her a nightgown that was like expensive as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That shit was a dress. And then Riho realizes that, like, yo, a word? She takes it off, get butt ass naked, like, yo, I can't sleep in this dress. It's too valuable. You know, Riho wants the money, like I said. Philo wants the strength. And Selen just want dick. Alright? You know, I guess, you know. But yeah. She gets butt ass naked. It's like, yo, I need to treasure this. You know what I'm saying? And Lloyd walks in the room, and then Lloyd gets smacked away by Philo. But what's weird is Philo seemed like she was the fucking. It seemed like Philo and Lloyd switched places, right? Where Lloyd is not from the village and Philo's from the village. Like the way Philo knocked away Lloyd was like a Kunlun native. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? Shit, I don't know. Maybe that training earlier has rubbed off on her. I don't know. Yeah. So, I think I forgot to mention that. Yeah, Philo was training with that old man with the fish. That's how she found out that her fighting style was like an exercise. It all makes sense. I can't believe I forgot to say that. Anywho, I'm sure you'd have watched it. It doesn't matter. Anywho, yeah, there it is. Fuck. Yeah, and then we get this last scene with Marie talking to Metrofan about how he got manipulated. So apparently, some weird guy, and I think from what I saw, he kind of had white hair. Remember that guy we saw 2 episodes ago with the white hair? It could have been him. So yeah, some dude walked up. He said he could have been in his 30s or his 60s. That was weird as fuck. But yeah, he couldn't even identify him. He handed Metrofan a mysterious egg, and then the king ordered him to show him that egg. That egg possessed the king possessed the niggas, so on and so forth. So yeah, some guy behind the scenes is doing some evil shit, and that's gonna be the final boss of this little arc. You know what I'm saying? Which is probably that white hair guy that we saw 2 episodes ago. You know, so it all makes sense. You know, it's all coming together. You dig? Yeah. And that is how the episode ended, man. Overall, I'm glad we finally got to see the village. I'm glad we got some pretty good comedy, man. Yo, them kids jumping, that kid jumping up to that roof and the mom chasing him. That shit was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. It just caught me off guard, man. I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? I rewinded it and everything. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then another funny part, what happened? Yo, with the dragon. I'm like, yo, what? This town is crazy, bro. I fuck with it. I fuck with it 100%. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that was the episode, man. Let's talk about. I want to talk about my theory / prediction. Lloyd is a dumbass. All right, we've seen it throughout this whole show. This nigga's oblivious. He's what's the word? He lacks confidence, whatever like that. I don't really know if Lloyd is weak. What if he just interpreted like he was weaker than everybody else? Because like I said, he lacks self-confidence, and you know your brain could play tricks on you. You know, like what if you think, like what if this whole time Lloyd has thought he was weaker than everybody, but it turns out that he's just as strong, or he's maybe average, or maybe even above average, right? Because literally almost every episode, Lloyd is like, he's like, I'm just weak, you know, I'm not really strong. You know, every episode he's simple-minded, he's delusional, he's I wouldn't say delusional, maybe that's going too far, but he lacks confidence, man. Like I said, your brain could play tricks on you, man. Like what if he's just as strong as the average villager, you know? But we did see a scene with that little girl broke his arm doing an arm wrestle or something like that. So maybe that prediction doesn't hold true. That's my first little theory. But my second theory is maybe something is limiting Lloyd. Cause like isn't Lloyd an orphan, right? So maybe when he was a baby, somebody put a limiter on him so that he couldn't get strong. Cause maybe Lloyd is actually the strongest person to ever be born from that village, you know. So like, yo, this kid is too strong. We gotta put a limiter on him and seal his memories, you know, because like, okay, so the only one that we know that knows Lloyd is Alka and Shoma, and Shoma has not mentioned Lloyd's strength yet at all. Like he's never said Lloyd is weak, but he never said Lloyd is strong. Alka has never said Lloyd is weak or Lloyd is strong. Could they be keeping a secret from Lloyd? Like, hey, you're actually pretty strong, but we couldn't tell you that, you know, because you might destroy the fucking planet. See what I'm saying? It's not really a theory, it's more of a prediction, but it could be plausible. And you know what? With these 2 outcomes, the first outcome will obviously be comedic. Like, yeah, that'd be kind of funny, you idiot. you strong this whole fucking time, but you're such a pussy, you didn't even understand that. And then number 2 would be more serious in the writing. Like, yo, like it could be a turn of events, you know? And then Lloyd removes that limiter, and then he goes on maybe he has to control his newfound powers and stop destroying the world or something, you know? That could be more serious and better writing in my opinion. But those are 2 random predictions or theories that I have. And you know what? It can go either way, and I will still be entertained at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Shoma could be the final boss. Now for this arc, I think it's that white hair guy. But Shoma in general, his brother, it's kind of evil. All right, we've seen. At first I was like, yo, who is this guy and what is his objective? Like, is he a good guy or a bad guy? And I think that was like 3 episodes ago. And then we see 2 episodes ago where he turned that woman into an insect. I'm like, oh, this nigga's definitely evil now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be. So Shoma is in a weird spot, man. I don't know. He might be the end game final boss. I don't exactly know what his goal is. You know, and that's what's kind of disappointing about this anime in general, is that we don't see an end goal in sight. It's just like random episode to random episode, and that's probably the only thing that's disappointing about this show. You know what I'm saying? I wish I'm still entertained by it, and I like it, and I'm gonna continue to watch it. It's just that I wish it would go somewhere, you know, and I wish the villain was more defined, you know. I don't know, but yeah, that's my little theory, man. I enjoyed this episode. Yo, them kids jumping, man, for real. Them kids jumping. But yeah, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new, all that good shit, man. It's your boy LucaBlack. Alright, let me know if you want more of Boonies, alright? Because this is my first video covering this on this channel. Let me know if you like Boonies, alright? All that good shit. It's your boy LucaBlack, and I'm out, yo. Peace. What the fuck? Peace.